Alright, this is your host ID Jester. Thanks for joining us. Last episode we looked at our fifth most powerful hero in the game, Punisher. We're now going to be looking at the fourth most powerful hero in the game. Who could it be? We only have a few left. Which one is it going to be? It is Blade. Actually, one of the most recent heroes. Not the most, but one of the most recent heroes. He is a total badass. And the reason he is a total badass is because of this right here. And right, let's see here, as it give you the information here. Bum 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 bum. So, the reason he is so powerful is basically of this starving mechanic, which is really, really cool. And of course, it's very thematic and it fits Blade very well. He does a ton of damage by itself. But then you throw in this serum power, which basically he has to activate every once in a while or he'll starve to death and die. But of course, as you're starving to death, we are going to be activating and trying to get bloodlust because we are choosing the never stated option. While we're gaining our bloodlust, at the end, when we activate our serum, for every stack of bloodlust, we're going to get an extra 5% of critical and brutal damage. We're going to increase our damage by 5% and our critical and brutal damage by 10% per stack of bloodlust. And you can see we have a maximum of 10 stacks that we can use. So you multiply 10 by 10% per stack, and you're going to get 100% extra damage. So what we try to do is we try to starve ourselves to death, get these bloodlusts till we have 10, activate our serum, and for the next 8 seconds, our damage is going to be an extra 5%, and our critical and brutal damage is going to be an extra 100%. Wow, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. Of course, you can't every time get up to 10 stacks, but most of the time we do. We don't usually have a problem with that. Let's look at his signature power, which we can activate every 40 seconds. First thing, it's a 3-tier, 3-system attack. First time you activate it, you become invulnerable for 6 seconds. So that's a great way to, get out of damaging or getting out of being damaged by other enemies. Second time you activate it, it does a nice slash for a nice amount of damage. And the third time you activate it, it does a huge 3 slashes of damage that are going to be usually in the 1 to 2 million damage range. You can see it lists 545 to 817,000. You get a critical hit on that, it's going to be over in the millions, and if you get a brutal strike, it's probably going to be in the 2 million. So you can see several of those 3 hits usually end up being critical hits and brutal strikes. So you're going to be doing probably about 3 to 4 to 5 million points of damage by activating this power there. And that's not it. We activate our stake through the heart, huge amount of damage, and of course, extra damage to anybody that's bleeding, 50% more damage. Well, fortunately for us, our main attack is this power here, which of course, nope, that's not it. Where is our main attack? I apologize. Where is our main attack? It is our... No, it's not any means necessary. Yes, okay. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, that is our main attack. We just kind of whip our little whip around and do a nice bunch of damage. And of course, while the serum's active, it's going to do a whole bunch more damage. But the main one we want to use is our whiplash, and this is the one we get the bleed power. So we want to whiplash them with our whip, stab them in the heart with our stake, and then follow that up by blasting them in the face with our toxic loaded gauntlets, which of course makes him immobilized for 1.5 seconds, irresistible. They can't prevent it, and it's going to hit him 6 times for a huge amount of damage. There's so many great combinations. It's just like I wish I had more powers to use. As far as his stat power line goes, look at this: 49, 48, 46, 48, 46, 45, 46, 44. Probably why he ranks as the... Hey, you just wait a minute, buddy. Probably that is one of the main reasons why he ranks in the top 4 of powerful heroes, because his stat line is that much better than all of the other heroes in the game. He has got, a lot of these powers, almost up to maximum of 50. So very close. 49, 48, 46, 46. I think the lowest one we actually have is like a 44. There are some other heroes that we have in the top 18 that like their highest one is like a 44. So you can see the difference in just having those extra power ranks go to making your hero that much more powerful. You can see we're getting 3 ranks to all powers there. We're getting 2 ranks there. We're getting 2 ranks there. We're getting 2 ranks there. We're getting 3 ranks there. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're getting 12 ranks to all of our powers just by having our items. That is huge compared to some of the other ones we've looked at so far. Without a doubt, Blade is a total badass beast. His mechanic works well. He does a ton of damage, consistently a ton of damage. Stat line wise, let's pull that hero or that pet off. You can see stat line wise, it doesn't even show that great. Damage rating wise, it doesn't show that great. Damage reduction line, that doesn't show that great. But trust me, he is without a doubt one of the easiest and most dangerous, powerful heroes in the game. Melee critical hit, 52.5%. That is great. And then you stack on that a 57% for our critical hits to become brutal strikes. Oh my gosh. You see lots of critical hits, lots of brutal strikes. These numbers are great. The ranks in his items are great. There are a lot of heroes in the game that wish they had stat line like Blade's. As far as his ultimate power, it is good. It's just not like ultimately, super ultimate great. It's good. It's just not quite like the best ultimate power in the game. It gives him, +5 to strength and speed for 20 seconds, which is great. And then just stay down always deals a critical hit, and you're invulnerable for the duration of the power, which happens to be 20 seconds. So, I mean, it's good. You kind of stand in an area and you use your guns and your whips and everything and kind of do a lot of damage to a nice area. You do 18 hits there, then you throw out some grenades at the end, and then you get a kind of a nice buff at the end. It's very decent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It is very good. I would say it was good. It's not very good. It's nothing over the top great like some of the other heroes. Graphic wise, awesome. Speech wise, awesome. That's not a bad thing I can say. Stat line wise, and even though his stat line doesn't show great, you can just tell by his stats. Awesome. 52%, 57%. A lot of heroes in the game would love to have stats like those. The fact that we have all of those extra ranks, we haven't even talked about the passive powers. Long-lived, awesome passive power there. Of course, the serum is a passive power, which gives a huge bonus to a lot of his powers. And this one, is there another one, or is that it? That might be his only one that we have. Yep, I guess that is. All right. At all of his powers, every single one of them, except for his default, any means necessary, will be doing in the Whiplash. But this one, Toxins Loaded Grenades, his signature power, his Party Crasher, his Take Through the Heart, those are kind of his core damage dealing powers. All four of those will be doing at least 1 million to 2 million and more. I've seen the advanced technique third option or third attack of that, where he does his 3 attacks. I've seen that do several million points of damage. So, alright, so that is number 4 on our power ranking. Blade. Very, very powerful. Be sure to come back and watch the top 3 to come soon. Thanks for watching.